All right, YouTube. I just had a cheat day, right? So I'm not looking that good, but I still got something. But at the end of the day, I got the hoodie on. Why? Because I gotta practice for the summer. I'm gonna have a hoodie on all summer, not all day, every day, but I'm gonna be wearing it probably every day, not all day. Why? Because when you get shredded, which I'm about to get, I got a couple weeks till I'm shredded like I want to. My bleach looking like Wolverine, just yeah, you know what I'm saying? Couple weeks until that happens, quad has the teardrops, cuts all in the arms, the chest, the striations, the feathers, the back got the Christmas tree like that looking. I don't celebrate, so I don't really like saying that, but that's what they call it, the Christmas tree on your back. When you're very, very cut and very lean and very muscular. But what I'm saying is, I say all that to say this. I want to say this before I get in. I'm at the gym right now. Before I get in the gym and record my video and have to voice over because you have to mute everything because there's copyrighted music. In the beginning of my channel, I never knew that. So if you ever go to my old channels and you want to rock out to some music while seeing somebody work out, go to my old videos. Same channel. I say old channel. But that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying, this is day 11 of my squat every day. I'm bringing my squat back. I'm not pushing too hard on the squat. I'm not going for max reps or max weight. I'm just finding my position of power, all right? Everything starts from the feet, all right? Everything starts from the feet, whether you're squatting, deadlifting, benching, especially any compound movements, almost everything, right? Everybody say the core, right? The core is very, very, very important. But the feet is first, that base, all right? The base, you cannot fire a cannon from a canoe. It doesn't have a strong base, all right? That's why ships are so big and heavy. If they got copyright music, I'll pause it. Well, I'll be all right. It's in the background. I think I'm louder than the music to y'all. But what I'm saying is this. Finding my stance is very, very important. So until I find my stance the way I like it, the way a lot of people will say, oh, you should do this. No, don't give me advice because I've been doing this. I've been doing this for a long time. I'm just redoing it, all right? It's finding my stance is very important. So I'm going to use that with warm up with if I'm gonna do both in the same day, I will do the deadlift after the squat. I think I'm gonna do the squat after the deadlift. And I'm not gonna go for a max deadlift either. I'm just warming up and finding position of power, even though it's a different position, but just getting that feel of power before I start the squat. I'm already going into the squat with more power. You see what I'm saying? More warm up, more oomph, more. I'm in that zone from the deadlift. And my max deadlift was mid fives last year. I'm not going for that. I might go early fours, mid fours, 405, 455, and then start squatting. I don't want to burn myself out. I don't want to gas out. I just want to, I don't want to gas out or pass out, walk around with chest. Yo, I'll be rapping though. But I'm going to do that, and then I might bench. I don't know. Might do an SBD, squat, bench, and deadlift, and not even in that order. It'll be deadlift, squat, bench. So DBS, no, DSB. But yeah, finding your position of power is very important. Why is that important? I'm gonna put this at the end of the video because I'm messing up. Your center of gravity, all of it comes from when you start, before you even approach the bar. If I'm about to bench press, let's say you're the bench press, I'm me, right? I'm about to approach the bench press. I'm like this. I ain't gonna go up to, hey, my buddies and friends, I'm gonna lay on the bench and I'm gonna start benching. That ain't not how I'm about to bench press. I'm gonna be, I'm ready. I'm getting on the bench like this, and I'm laying down. I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing it with power, with some oomph. You're not gonna lift heavy weight if you ain't got no oomph to it. If you loosey goosey, just like a limp noodle under the bar, whether you bench, squat, deadlift, or whatever else, you're not gonna put max effort. You're not gonna get max results. You're not gonna do it like that. And also, if you had a layoff of whatever lift, you start over. It's training wheels, right? Getting strong with bad technique and bad form It's possible, but it's dangerous. That's like getting behind a car, the wheel of a car you never drove before, but the first time you drive, you going 150. That's what you're doing when you biting off more than you can chew in the gym. You know? And that's why a lot of people, even if they don't get injured, they have longevity, they get stronger, they never do the lift right. That's why you got guys that go down 1 inch on their squats with 1,000,000 pounds on there because they never learned how to actually do it. I've been doing this. I'm just reteaching myself. The same way I did on the deadlift. When I started back on deadlift, I was barely doing 315. Now I'm on my road to 600 when I bring that back in gear. Same thing on my bench press. I stopped barbell benching. I was still dumbbell benching, so the strength was still there, but that's two different things. So it's specific, all right? That's just like, okay, a Lamborghini is a car and a Honda Civic is a car. You in a whole nother car, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man, you gotta think about it. You know what I'm saying? Take a second. Matter of fact, go ahead and watch these videos. Comment, like, subscribe, and share. Holler back at your boy. Stay tuned for episode 12, 13, 14, 15. I'm planning to take the training wheels off somewhere around, or whenever I feel like I'm ready, but I'm predicting it's gonna be around day 50. All right, this takes time. That's another thing that people make a mistake of. They don't have the patience for anything. They want everything to happen as soon as they start. They want to lose all their body weight as soon as they start a diet. And if they don't, this diet ain't working. Oh my gosh, I can't lose weight. They start crying. Dude, you only been dieting for 2 weeks. You ain't supposed to do it like that. Same thing with lifting, building muscle, whatever. Then you got people on the internet. I'm gonna say it at the end of the video. I ain't even gonna put this in the title. But Hussein Farhat, Greg Doucette, the fake Natty accusations or whatever. But you got 1,000,000 people like that that'll sell false claims and have you hyped up, and then when you find out it ain't like that, you get man, come on now. Like women out here with BBLs, and then they got videos going viral about how to get a bigger booty with their workouts. Like, you didn't get it from your workout, you got it from the surgery. Like Iron Man told Captain America, everything special from you came from a bottle. He was unnatural. So was what's his name, the Hulk. Smash. Watch the videos.